Hey and welcome to Neverwinter with Argon. So, Cryptic Studios have done it again. They added a new Legendary Mount account-wide bundle to the Zen Market. Now with this bundle, it's very similar to the version 1 which we had previously this year. However, with this newest version, we can obtain a whole variety of different mounts, all as well being account-wide, and it also being a triple pack where you would claim 3 of the mounts. Looking at the last mount pack here, the Legendary Mount Triple Pack Choice Pack, you can see we can obtain a whole variety of the mounts here, from the Commander's T-Rex to the Swarm to the Armored Griffin, and as along with the Boulette. Now all of which I mentioned there are pretty much the best in slot combat powers that are currently out there, along with even now the Legendary Giant Toad there with its 3000 magnitude. Now this is the older version of the pack, and missing from this pack of course is the War Triceratops, this legendary mount where we could gain that 60,000 maximum HP. Now all things considered, it's not too needed because we can just go ahead and upgrade lower rarity of mounts all the way to mythic using those tokens, and thus you don't actually need mounts like this War Triceratops anymore. However, also missing from this triple pack was the Swift Golden Lion. Now the Swift Golden Lion has the ability to give you that extra shield, that 30% of your maximum hit points in the shield, and this lion therefore was best in slot for PvP. It's also pretty good for PvE, especially with the reduced amount of shields that paladins can now give. Along with that, missing from the triple pack was Manticore. Now the Manticore is really good for the runic aura. So yes, this is our version 1 of the Mount triple pack. Now they have gone ahead and released a version 2. We go ahead and we jump to the Zen store, we go over to events, and we can see both the Legendary Mount triple packs. They have now renamed them slightly to basically be Bundle 1 version and Bundle 2 version. And these bundles you can see here, this being the version 2, is now slightly different with a whole different amount of mounts in there. All of them of course being legendary and account wide. So if you go ahead and you purchase this choice pack, you'll gain these rewards here with a Vanity Pet. Also you gain 9 Insignia Legendary Choice Packs. This alone makes this pack really valuable, along with that triple pack with a choice of 3 legendary mounts. Now looking in this choice pack, we can see we can obtain the rune clad Manticore, giving that runic aura. We also have the Swift Golden Lion, giving that aural augment, and also the Providence. Along with that, the other mounts to note, the Emperor's Beetle not so great, Skeleton Steed not so great, the Axebeak not so great, the Flailstale not so great, the Armored Giant Strider, neither is it too great. However, if you want that extra movement speed, sure, go for it. And here we have the War Triceratops, giving that Stalwart with the HP buff. If you have Bolster 100%, this will give you 60,000. And then the Hellfire Engine, nor is that too great. And the Legendary Carpet. Now, the Legendary Carpet, don't get me wrong, it's actually pretty cool. Jumping over here, we have the Legendary Carpet. The Legendary Carpet is something special because you can get a companion who's in your party to sit in the back there. And you can essentially rush around zones and whatnot and carry a party member with you, which is the only mount that can do that. It's the most unique thing that any of the mounts have. Back on the live server here, yes, we have this whole pack, and that's pretty much it. In those Legendary Insignia Choice Packs, here we have a whole bunch of them. You can see you can pretty much gain all of the insignias that are possibly to obtain within the game, except, mind you, the Gond insignias. Those are pretty much the rarest insignias around. And that's pretty much it that you'd get in the pack. This Vanity Pet Mount I wouldn't really consider being of much value at all. Now, considering you'll have to pay 15,000 Zen for this entire bundle, even with it being 30% off, is it worth it to buy? Well, now, if you can obtain that Zen for free, or let's say you have spare cash and you just want to throw some at the game. Let's say the pandemic hasn't been too harsh on you and you just want to splash out a bit. Then if your character doesn't have these mounts and you don't have that 100% bolster yet, then sure, by all means, throw some cash at the game and get your Zen, and this is pretty worth it. Anything you don't need, you can pretty much sell for a decent price. Looking at the Legendary Premium Insignia Choice Packs, you can see they're selling for 600k. Now, I would save them and sell them for a higher price later, because the prices will only drop as people try and sell them as soon as possible. You can see there, they've been posted only less than 2 hours ago. And anyway, calculating that up, if you sold each of these insignias packs for 600k, you're gaining 5.4 million astral diamonds. That's just through the insignias. Now through the mounts, you can probably sell each of the mounts for around 6 to 7 million. Looking at the Swift Golden Lion here, you can see the account bound one there. Yes, it's over 6 million. The Rune-clad Manticore there nearly being 7 million. And the War Triceratops there nearly being 6 million. And it's over 6 million at account bound. Now, of course, all of these prices, they will drop, varying on people buying these and selling them. But if there's any particular amount you want and need for your build, it's probably cheaper buying it through this pack and selling the rest. Because 15 million Zen, if you look here on the rough Astral Diamond exchange, is equal to 3 of these slots, meaning it's only equal to 11.25 million Astral Diamonds. And yeah, if you went and sold 2 of the mounts from in this pack and kept all the rest, the insignias and the other third mount, you gain a profit right off the bat there. And thus it makes this pack really worth it to get. However, I do warn you, mounts in general, I've already made a video on them and which ones you should upgrade, etc. If you are a newer player, push this aside. You will have much more opportunities down the line to go ahead and purchase these packs, legendary mounts. Heck, we even have, looking here, Dungeon Delvers event where we can gain ×2 the drop chance at premium loot, and we can get free legendary mounts from those chests. However, that doesn't mean the chances are much higher. That 2 times 0.3 is still 0.6. But sure, as I mentioned, if you're a newer player, just take your time. Don't waste your money on purchasing loads of legendary mounts. They're not going to help your character much. If you want to just buy them and sell them for the Astral Diamonds to spend something else, sure, this would be a great time to do it. But if you're in endgame and you really need those mounts to get the bolster up, or just to get good mounts that have the nice combat powers or equip powers, sure, this is probably worth it in the end of the day. But again, I highly recommend don't spend actual cash on Zen if you don't need to. And if you do want to, then that's your own gain. Don't expect that it's going to make or break your character. It's not going to make a huge impact. So in my opinion, it is worth it to purchase and sell in the auction house for profit in terms of Astral Diamonds. But am I going to buy it? No, I am not. However, keep in mind, it is Thanksgiving weekend sale, and we have 30% off nearly everything in the Zen Market. They have also promised down the line that we can possibly get bigger sales. Perhaps we can get a 40% off everything. Ideally, guys, you would wait till Thursday or Friday, see if we get more better sales, more percentage off, and then purchase it later. As of last year, they didn't make a reduction in the percentage off things, and it got to 30%, and that was the lowest we had it. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Hopefully I presented this well. If I did, consider leaving the video a like, and if you're new around here, consider subscribing, and we'll see you guys around. Goodbye for now.